All right, moving on. On an episode of Hulu's The Kardashians, Kourtney Kardashian claims a specialist advised her to drink Travis Barker's semen during their fertility journey. Kourtney said she was having pains in her shoulders and talked about her thyroid levels. Kourtney said this about her doctor's visit. I can't remember what he said, if it was low or high, but he told us, well, he told me that the thing would help me out here was to drink Travis's semen like 4 or 5 times a week. What are your thoughts on this doctor's advice? Trevor, let's start with you. What do you think about this?
You really gonna make me go here, huh? Well, funny enough that this is so, people are having such a field day with this because a lot of these girls are out here drinking semen on a regular, like more than 4 times a week, which is what the doctor prescribed for her. And I looked into this practice and it apparently originated in India. It's about 3,000 years old. However it works, whatever is going to make them eggs, be fertile and produce for you. She wants to expand her family. She has 3 kids. She's happily married. So if that is what it takes to get there, go there. But I have a feeling that they've all gone there already.
Oh.
Al, what say you about that was some good tea, Trevor.
I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. It's in their regimen already, and I'm speaking for a lot of other people. Please.
You know what? One thing that we know about these Kardashians is they are a media machine. They know exactly what to lay on television, to put on television to get coverage. Like Trevor said, this is nothing new. This practice is nothing new. We know that antigen in a man's semen is what reduces the risk of pregnancy loss. I mean, that's absolutely nothing new. But I like Kourtney, and I'm sure if she's anything like her sisters, she's going to do whatever it takes, whether that means she's drinking or swallowing semen 4 or 5 times a week to make sure she has this baby with Travis.
TMI.
I could have gone without hearing about this story. I think this is so gross that a doctor, it sounds like a trash ass doctor to say, hey, you need to drink semen 3 or 4 times a week. I think that's one of Travis's boys that told the doctor. I think Travis paid the doctor, hey, man, can you tell my girl that this is the way we're going to get pregnant? Because it sounds like some raggedy advice. I'm sorry, Trevor. I don't know what they talk about in India 3,000 years ago, but it don't sound so legit.
Real raggedy
medical advice.
So, Claudia, I'm going to take it. This isn't a practice of yours.
I'm not a big drinker. Maybe that's why I don't have a kid.
Claudia, you better start drinking.
We're going left. We're going left.
Speaking of the Kardashians, Khloe appeared on an episode of the Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast. Oh, wow. And said, no one sees the good side of Tristan Thompson. Oh, girl, you like punishment. You are a glutton for punishment. Kourtney told the podcast host, it's sad because there's so many good sides to him as well, but no one gets to see those because they're all overshadowed by the personal stuff. And that's what's going on between him and I. She continued to defend Tristan by saying, people do make mistakes, adding that he is still a good person, yet not a good partner with me. Al, what do you think about, what are your thoughts on Khloe's comment about Tristan? He's just being it's our fault for really highlighting the negative. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I got to be honest with you. This sounds like she's leaving the door open for a makeup that's going to be coming down the pipe here soon. That's what it sounds like to me. But I do have to be honest. I have to be 100% honest about Khloe. Khloe, I admire the fact that she does not trash her ex-boyfriends. She's always positive in the press around them. She's not said anything negative about Tristan. She could, Lord, we know she could say some negative things about Lamar and
Tristan, Lamar.
No, Lamar, right?
Lamar.
Yeah. She hasn't said anything negative about him. So, I admire her for that. I like it when she's keeping it positive about her ex-boyfriends. Thumbs up to Khloe for that.
She's pretty supportive of her exes. I will say that about her. She's actually pretty supportive of her men. Trevor, what do you think?
Love is blind. It'll take over your mind. That's what I think. But look, apparently she's in love with him. They have a beautiful daughter together. And unfortunately, they both live public lives. So people go through breakups and drama all the time in their relationships, especially with men, but they don't get to get trashed publicly and everyone else chiming in on their business and what they should do or how they should have acted. And I do feel that there are amazing things about Tristan. I mean, probably that's what led her to him from the onset, but a lot of his behavior, especially the ones that we know about publicly, have kind of tainted him and allowed people to judge him, which I feel is kind of unfair. So I feel like if she wants to publicly bring healing to her family and publicly say that, you know what, this guy is actually an amazing guy, it may help people to understand why, as a woman, she's staying in the relationship, why she may be open to moving forward for her daughter. And every average person, anyone who's been in love, anyone in a marriage, these are sacrifices you make and you see through. So I actually have a lot of respect for her, and standing by her man.
The irony is that she's complaining kind of about it, that it's kind of like our fault when the Kardashians are the ones that put all the stuff out there about these. We wouldn't know all the stuff haven't they not been so thirsty for, that's their brand is attention and media attention and monopolize the media. So if you don't want us to know these things about him, don't put him on your show. Don't air it out. You air your dirty laundry. So we're getting the edit that you give us as well. You guys are all executive producers on the show. You know what I mean? So it's like kind of feeding us the negativity about him. And that's kind of slanting how we look at him and then feeling a way when we feel a way about him. It's kind of like.
So let me ask this question, Claudia. Would it be fair to say that the reason why these successful Black men, majority athletes and artists and rappers, are attracted to those women is because they're on TV? So maybe they want to be on TV too. I mean, I've seen that. I've seen it with you. I've seen it with my other female friends that are on television. A lot of the men that come after you chasing that light, in my opinion. Like, they want to be on that front seat too. No?
1000%. I remember living in LA. They are lined up. They could not get close. They'll take any of the sisters. A lot of them, like, look at even, Lamar was a good player, but he wasn't as big of a name until he was with Kourtney Kardashian.
Right.
Now, if you're a sports fan, you're familiar with him, you know who he is. It's not like he was a scrub. Let me be very clear about that. But when he got with Khloe Kardashian, before it was all about Kobe on the Lakers, then it became Lamar as well. Like, he was part of the story. We really started to talk about and notice everything he was doing, but yeah, these fellas love it. And Tristan, I never knew nothing about his basketball career. I don't even know how good he is. I never heard nothing about him sports wise, but I know about him now because of the Kardashians.
Right.
And he's loving it.
Gotta be.
Okay.
He is.